This kauri tree is one of the largest trees in the world with excellent wood quality and the most sought-after adhesive. And it became the main theme of the Kauri Museum, Matakahere, Northland, New Zealand. A large board has just been brought to the edger machine on the left. The remaining board larger piece is being sent to be sawed again on the far side. This is Hull, Oaks, one of the only steam-powered mills in North America. This is a Mercedes-Benz AXA 2644-6 for tractor truck for transporting road goods over medium and long distances with low operating costs, comfort and strength. This model is capable of 7 or 9 axle combined drive, with a PBTC of 74 tons, with the widest range of body types, offering all the reliability and durability that characterize the Mercedes brand, Benz. With a 16-speed automatic transmission and rear axle with axle reduction, it delivers perfect transmission and synchronization performance, combining robustness, performance and fuel economy. On a dirt road with mud and water, the Volvo FH380 moved cautiously even though the amount of mud and water was not too big an obstacle for him. The 9 axles are short and the wheels, when passing through a muddy puddle, are just like passing through a puddle of tire paint. The AB Texel agricultural product truck deviated from the concrete road and its wheels sunk quite deeply. There are 2 tractors supporting it. Because the road was too narrow, when pulled back, the truck's rear wheel deviated from the edge of the road and sank to the other side of the road. One of the 2 tractors left and instead, a professional truck rescue team arrived with its machinery. A winch cable is connected to the rear of the truck with the intention of pulling the rear of the vehicle straight to the main lane. But it seems that this option is not very feasible when the rear of the car cannot return to the main road and the front of the truck is still sunk deep in the ground. The technicians still tried to pull the truck back and observed the change in wheel position, even the smallest. When it was completely impossible, the rescue vehicle moved around to reach the front of the truck. The detour wasn't too far and he quickly turned around to be at the front of the truck. Here, the rescue team used a winch to lift the front of the truck out of the subsidence area, direct the truck to the main road and tow it away. This method was really effective and correct, showing the professionalism of the rescue team. The front of the truck was back on the road. After that, the rescue vehicle and its equipment moved an additional distance to create a winch distance to pull the truck moving in the right direction completely, both the front and rear of the vehicle. Just like that, the truck carrying agricultural products was successfully saved and could then continue to do its job. It seems that the lifting shaft of the trailer filled with construction materials is not working well. The driver is going around to check. After a while of observation, he decided to raise the truck higher so that construction materials could be dumped more easily. When the trunk is raised to its full height, a large amount of construction materials could have flowed out and fallen to the ground. The driver decided to get in the car to drive the truck forward to create space for construction materials to continue flowing out. Almost all of the material in the car body had flowed out, and fortunately, although raised quite high, the car body did not lose balance. It seemed like the driver didn't really get what he wanted, but he got out of the cabin and continued to want to do something. Realizing that there was still a small amount of crushed ice that had not yet melted, he climbed onto the trailer floor under the trunk and took a large stick and poked the trunk. This action is considered quite risky and unsafe. If the trunk had crashed, he could very well have been crushed. This is an action that should not be taken. Such a muddy dirt road is a huge challenge for the rickshaw. Its wheels are not specialized for this terrain. The ground is sticky, and when the tractor moves forward, it forms two grooves in the ground as deep as 2/3 of the wheel. But are you surprised yet? The tractor, with the help of the truck in front, smoothly crossed the road. This is a long muddy road and many other vehicles have just towed the same distance. The people on the bus were excited. Much advice was given to this tractor truck that he should equip his tires with chain covers to better cross terrain. Or improving wider wheels and tires also makes the tractor truck easier to cope with such extreme terrain. A road that any vehicle passing through feels very miserable. The mud is both deep and sticky. Next to a motorbike abandoned in a pile of mud is a completely stuck tractor in desperate need of help. A cable is being pulled from another tractor to provide support. The mud makes it impossible to see the cable clearly anymore. This Valmet tractor will take on the role of rescuer with its winch cable reel. The person operating it is quite confident in its power. The standing position of the Valmet tractor is somewhat less muddy and drier. He was ready to pull his friend. Not only was there a tractor, behind him there was also a small car with massive cargo covering the whole small car. The Valmet tractor must increase traction. An overloaded car is unlikely to be able to provide much assistance in this case. The tractor in the middle is also having problems as its wheels have no friction and roll senselessly in the mud. But fortunately, the Valmet tractor did quite well when trying to pull the tractor forward and drag the car behind. At this time, the Valmet tractor no longer stood still to winch, it moved to walk and pull the tractor behind. While the tractor had reached the position where the Valmet initially stood, the car had just reached the muddiest part. The wheels are too small and the car's chassis is too low, causing the car to be blocked by a lot of mud. Even though it moves slowly, it can still be pulled forward. The car is about to reach a drier road. Coming to this drier part of the road, both the car and the two tractors felt relieved because the road was easier to travel. The muddy road left the Volvo FH440 tractor truck completely stuck at the beginning of a temporary bridge over a small stream. The truck was pulled through here by a cable. The very strong traction from the excavator helps the truck move forward smoothly. A truck's operation took place quite smoothly, so the small wooden bridge covered with soil did not suffer much impact.
Push.